Okay, so it's been a while that I didn't post anything on here, mainly because my phone got broke. Anyways, it got fixed, so yeah, now I'm here. Anyways, this video might be a bit different from the rest, mainly because it's not like a bunch of clips of me playing random games, shouting, screaming, anything like that. So this might be a bit different. Anyways, what's this video about, Moz? Without the title, obviously. Well, this video is pretty much going to teach you how to download a unofficial mobile port for the Slendytubbies game. Without further ado, let's get into it. Before I show you guys how to download these Slendytubbies mobile ports, I just want to give credit to Linux, or BT. He's pretty much the guy that made these mobile ports, and shout out to him, obviously. Now, if you do want to support him, you can go to the link in the description and check out his Discord. He does announce a bunch of stuff, that's sneak peeks, videos, announcements, etc. So there's that, I guess. And that's all I want to say about Linux. Now, the way you're going to do this is that you're going to go on Google and type BT Game Website. And this is going to be the main website that you're going to find all three of the Slendytubbies game. So here's how the website looks. Pretty simple. On the left, there's a tab where you can check out the other stuff. But if you are having a little bit of trouble trying to find the website, I will also link it down in the description, just to make your life a bit easier. And as you're in the website, you can scroll down and you can find other mobile ports, like Slendytubbies 1, 2, and 3. And at the bottom, there's a bunch of random mobile ports, including Slendytubbies 2D and the April Fool's updates. But in this case, you want Slendytubbies 3, or any of the games. So now you just click the one that you want to download, obviously. But for this video's purpose, I chose Slendytubbies 3. Now, just as a little disclaimer, there is different versions of it. So for example, at the bottom, it does show, well, the video, and the 3 available versions for Slendytubbies 3 story mode. But at the bottom, which is the online mode, there is a bunch of different versions of it. And I recommend to click the recent version. Now before you say, well, Maz, I want the most recent version of Slendytubbies 3 online. Well, sorry to say this, buddy, there isn't. And I asked Linux about it, and he pretty much said that he wants to catalog every single version of Slendytubbies 3 online. So pretty much just get the most recent version that's on the website. After you pick the recent version, or whatever Slendytubbies game you want, you pretty much click it and you click download. Now you might have to be a bit patient for this. It might take a little bit longer depending on what phone you have and storage, but you should be good to go and you just have to wait, so be patient by then. And then when it's done downloading, you have to go to your files and you have to find the Slendytubbies game you downloaded. Now you have to download it again one more time, and this is pretty much the last step before you can officially play whatever Slendytubbies game you downloaded. And after all said and done, you gotta go to your apps and you should see the Slendytubbies game that you downloaded. Now, I could end the video here and not talk about anything else and do the outro, but I don't want to. I actually want to show you guys how the games actually look in mobile. Starting with the first Slendytubbies game, and it's pretty much Slendytubbies but on mobile. Shocker, right? Anyways, the main screen is pretty much the same, and clicking on single player, you would still see the original options: day, dusk, and nighttime. And the gameplay of Slendytubbies 1 is Slendytubbies 1 on mobile. That's pretty much it. Same gameplay, same everything. Running around, looking at the corpses, getting jump scared, and winning at the end. And there is different versions for Slendytubbies 1, so choose your pick. And yes, I do know there was, or used to be, a official mobile port for Slendytubbies on the App Store, but for some reason that got deleted, probably because of copyright or something, but I do have fond memories of playing it. And that's pretty much it for Slendytubbies 1. Not much to say, it's the same old Slendytubbies 1 of how it used to be. Now, moving on to the next one. The next unofficial mobile port we're going to talk about is Slendytubbies 2. And to be honest, I never played this one before the making of this video. And not gonna lie, it was pretty fun. Now the main screen is still the same. On the right you can actually customize your tubby, so go crazy I guess. And the UI is pretty much the same, besides when you play the game, because it does borrow a bit of the original mobile port of Slendytubbies. So there's that, but there's some new ones. For example, player name, zooming in and out when you're using the night vision camera. You can talk and chat, and click on the little cluster on the left to check how many customers you have. And the night vision actually works pretty good on the mobile port, but I don't recommend for you to do it on daytime because it's really bad. Anyway, the monsters are pretty scary as well. My favorite one is Headless Dipsy, because Headless Dipsy obviously. Anyways, and the map selection is pretty much the same as well, but in this case you have to hold for you to choose which one you want, so there's that I guess. And I actually tried the multiplayer mode. I found 2 people in it, but after that they left, and I became Tinky Winky for a while until I also left. And that's pretty much it for Slendytubbies 2. Nothing much to say. If you're really bored, maybe grab a group of friends and play this with them. Maybe they might like it. But that's pretty much it. And now, on to the next one. The third unofficial mobile port is Slendytubbies 3, and this game was made back in 2015 as a demo and for a release back in 2017. And this unofficial mobile port actually ports it pretty well for a beta. Yes, this one is in beta. So there is a few bugs and a bit of lag here and there, mainly because of my phone, but it's still decent, and there is certain mechanics that are ported decently. For example, the part where you need to run from Tinky Winky, you actually need to move with your cursor on the left. So when it's pointing, you have to point on the same direction. And I was so stuck at this part because I thought you had to click on it, but no, you actually just need to hold your cursor on which angle you should go. And same thing for the climbing part, and there was a little bit of bugs here and there, mostly on little cutscenes or tweaks, or the cave tubby just hopping the wall, but most of the time it was alright, except the announcer boss fight. Did you really expect me that I'm about to do a cool edit of me beating the announcer with cool effects on CapCut and everything like that? Psh, think about it again, buddy, because I'm not doing that. Anyways, the announcer boss fight, it's fine, you know, except Nunu kept yapping his ass off. For some reason, the cutscene already ended, but he was still talking, and I can't even choose the options. And overall, that was the only major bug I found in the game, and I can still see myself fighting the goddamn announcer in the goddamn cutscene. And that's pretty much the only major bug I found. Wow, thanks past me, because I just jinked myself right now, because guess what, motherfucker? So I was just replaying the Poe boss fight, right? Bro, Poe, this little red goober, turns around and starts spinning in a circle like a dog chasing its tail. And I was confused. I'm like, bro, is she bugged? And guess what? She was bugged. And I stood around for a good minute. I'm like, is she gonna unstuck herself? No, she kept at it for a good minute. So guess what? Just like a regular dog, I need to put her down. And after that, it ended. And that's pretty much it for the unofficial mode port of Slendytubbies 3. Now, another thing I need to say is that I didn't try all of the different routes. Heck, there even might be more bugs that I didn't even find. So if y'all play the game, tell me the bugs because I like to see them. Anyways, that's pretty much it for Slendytubbies 3. But now, on to the last one. The last unofficial mode port we're going to talk about is Slendytubbies multiplayer. And straight at the jump, a couple things to say. Number one, you don't need to log in to your main account. You can actually just play multiplayer without logging in. Except your name will be a random player name, specifically player and a bunch of numbers. But as long as your tubby is still recognizable, if that's the accessory of the color, you should be good to go and play with your friends or random people. Now, as for the maps, they're also here, but this is an old version, so there might be some maps that are not here. But the game modes are also here, so that's a plus. Now, another thing I need to say. If you ever want to pick the infection game mode, don't. Because the runners, aka the infected, they tweak the hell out when you move them. Because for some reason, every time you move, they start tweaking the hell out. And I really don't know why. And that might be just a little bug. But overall, the game mode is a bit unfair. Because if you're a survivor, you can easily shoot them. Unless they're like really good. Or it's just a me problem. I really don't know.
But the rest of the game modes are fine, you know, classic game modes and everything like that. Thankfully enough, the sandbox mode works flawlessly, and they do everything, you know, the guns, the music, and everything, including the NPCs. And there is some old NPCs that are here. For example, the old crawler model, and the brute tubbies, which is a bonus, and the scythe tubby. Yeah, he's here. Now, I just want to make this clear again. Linux specifically said that he wants to catalog every single version of the slendytubbies, you know? So, by the next update, this boy is going to be gone. And the thing is as well, is that I heard two stories about the scythe tubby. One of them was that the person who made him was a bad person, and the second one, he was a pedophile. I really don't know. But that's kind of it for that. But moving on with the bad person allegations, what about the survival mode? Well, it works good as well, and the enemies are balanced, you know, in each mode, easy, hard, and of course medium. And the boss fights and mini bosses actually work as intended to. And if you're wondering if you can add custom pictures into your Teletubby, you can, except don't do it for the face. Because for some reason when I tried to do a custom face, it didn't work at all. So that's pretty much a bug, and I don't know if Linux ever is going to fix that, hopefully by the next update. Who knows at this point. And that's pretty much it for all of the unofficial mode ports of the slendytubbies game. Now, this video meant to be way more short than usual, maybe about 3 or 4 minutes long, but I decided to make it big because why not, right? Plus, it's been a while I didn't upload anything, so might as well make a big video. And another thing is that I got sick when I was making this video, and my voice was really messed up, but hey, I pushed it through, so be grateful. And that's pretty much it, y'all. Thanks for Linux, you know, for making these mode ports. And I hope to see y'all the next time if I ever upload again. Anyways, take care, everybody. Bye.